Hey, feminine. Let's go ahead and jump right into this reading, my love. Let's see what the messages are that Spirit has here for you on today. Feminine. Feminine. Be mindful of who you out here listening to, beloved. People just be talking, okay? I'ma just say that, beloved. Okay, let us keep it rolling. Let us see what these messages are that Spirit has here for you on today. Please do keep in mind these are general messages. Only take what resonates and leave the rest. Thank you, Spirit. All right. What are the messages? Okay, we have the King of Swords. Some of you could be dealing with an air sign person. Doesn't have to be. Nine of Cups. Oh, okay. This person is feeling you. Yeah, they're feeling you. The Sun card. You make this person happy. Your energy is everything as far as this person is concerned. They could have dealt with a lot of heartache. I just saw the Three of Swords sticking his head out. And that's the thing about the swords, right? So even if it's not an air sign person, Gemini, Libra, Aquarius, the swords are usually people who put their head and their logic over their feelings and emotions because they've been hurt so many times, or because they've witnessed other people be hurt so many times. They are doing what they feel is best to avoid the hurt, to avoid the pain. But then in comes you. Okay, Six of Wands. You're very happy-go-lucky, positive, uplifting energy. All right, this person feels like this is what I've always wanted. If I'm gonna fall in love with anybody, it's gonna be somebody like that. I don't want a negative Nancy. I don't want somebody that's always out here trying to put other people down. I don't want somebody that doesn't have an intimate relationship with Source, and that's what the Sun card is all about. So whoever you are, the reason you're so happy-go-lucky is because you're connected to the right energy. All right. Six of Wands is your success. It's your victory. It's the things that you do that are recognized by others, that is recognized by the public. So there are people who recognize this about you as well, not just your masculine, and they try to knock you down. It's somebody right here. Okay. This person may think that, oh, this person has no idea that I'm trying to knock them down. I feel like you do. You're very stable. The color of red is connected to our root chakra. So your stability is okay. And it's because you're connected to the right source again. So when you have roots that are planted in the right energy, again, no matter what storms come, no matter what's happening, you're going to bear fruit. You're going to be well. So again, somebody back here trying to knock you down. We have one wand here. This is your Ace of Wands, your magic wand. Think of that wand with all the powers in it. Okay, that is going to perform all the signs, all the miracles. Then you have those 5 wands, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 blocks, obstacles, challenges, ops. Let's call them ops. Okay, that try to stop your shine. We have the Ten of Swords here poking his head out. Understand that Blue understands what's going on. And we have the Strength card. Okay, so I didn't even need to see this. You overcome whatever people throw your way. And you look unbothered, unfazed, untouched the entire time because you are. None of the energy they send towards you even makes it to you. Okay. You might hear of it. You might hear about it. Spirit may, bring it to your awareness or your attention just so you can see what's going on. But look at this Page of Wands energy here. You get somebody so excited. And there's a snake right here, by the way. Just notice that. All right. Somebody could have been trying to cause cracks in the foundation. And despite whatever was going on, you continued on. You pressed on. Your person is impressed. Speaking of pressed, they're impressed. All right, a lot of wands. We have the 7 of Pentacles and the 3 of Swords. Yeah, so this person has been heartbroken a lot. They've been let down, disappointed. Okay, I feel like their first heartbreak could have come from home. Mom, dad, grandma, auntie, their first heartbreak came from home. So they pretty much closed their heart off to everyone else after that. But they feel like this connection is worth the investment because you get them going, you get them excited, and you've helped them heal. Look at you. All right. Miss Bad Mama Jamma out here. All right. Yeah. 10 of Cups, 3 of Cups. This person feels like not only am I interested in them, because they make me feel good. I love the way that their energy feels to me. They always lift me up whenever I'm feeling down. If I'm already up, they boost me higher, but we have this amazing friendship and companionship. If I'm going through something, I want to turn to them. If I'm happy about something, I want to let them know. If I'm, willing to try something out or want to go on a new adventure, I want them to be by my side when I do it. 10 of Cups, the happily ever after. So that's why they think like that. I want this with this person, but I want it forever. Yeah, the 10 of Cups. I want this with this person, but I want it forever. I don't want it on a temporary, you know what I mean? So here we have the Ace of Wands. I believe that's the Lover sticking his head out. and the Emperor. So the Emperor, divine masculine, feels like you're their divine counterpart. You are. They may not know what twin flames is, but they know what soulmates are, and perhaps they never believed in it, like I said, because of all the pain and the heartache that they themselves have experienced. But after coming into contact with a person like you, you know, this is how they're made to feel. Then you also have people around them or around you that are jealous. Remember the Six of Wands card with the people back here? Five of Swords usually relates to the people around us, but it can also just be, let's say you work in a certain industry, other people that work in that industry. Okay, so you're getting a lot of attention, you're getting a lot of recognition, a lot of success, a lot of abundance. People notice, okay? Your haters notice. They're abundant, they're prosperous, they're successful. You notice, their haters notice. You get what I'm saying? But it's not stopping anything. It's a lot of Jupiter energy here on the board. When Jupiter is on the board, or when Jupiter energy is present, favor is there. Fortune is there. Fame is there. Luck is there. Okay. You can say luck, or you can say miracles and blessings. That's what I like to say. Okay. It's not luck. It's blessed. Okay. I'm not lucky. I'm highly blessed. You understand? So it's like that. And when it comes from source, again, it's nothing that anybody can do to stop it. And I feel like there are a lot of people that try to stop it. We have the Two of Wands and we have the Death card. So there was once upon a time where this person could have been picking and choosing which path they wanted to take. Do I want to go the path of my divine counterpart? Do I want to go the path of, you know, karmic lifestyle that I've been living? Doesn't have to be that they were with someone else, but it's typically choosing between two energies, okay? Two parties. Do I want to go this way or do I want to go this way? This way I feel more constricted or more restricted, more refined, or excuse me, restricted, confined. I got it backwards right quick, little dyslexia going on, okay? But yeah, so then we have the other wand here. It's like freedom, okay? You get to go and do whatever you want, however you want. Doesn't mean that you get to be out here, okay, with other beings and things like that. But love is freedom. Love is not, oh yeah, sit here, do this the way I say it, okay? That's not what love is, all right? So you have the Ten of Wands. Burdens, hardships, dealing with other people's problems, okay? Feeling weighed down, feeling obligated. Now, here's the thing. Your responsibilities are your responsibilities. So whatever they are, handle them. But this doesn't feel like that. This feels more like this person feels weighed down because they know what they want to do. They want to be free like this bird here. But they also feel weighed down by certain obligations and responsibilities. And again, feeling drawn to their divine counterpart is not helping. Okay, they want to start a new life with you. Page of Pentacles, Page of Wands. They just want to start over, or they want to turn a new leaf. That's what I'm hearing. Like, okay. The Strength card. All right. So you have Leo on your chart, or your person does, because it's here twice. Technically 3 times if we look at the sun. Okay. Somebody is working up the nerve to do something. I say somebody like we don't know what's masculine. Masculine is working up the nerve to do something, to put these wands down. I just want to be happy. I'm tired of going through all the struggle. Life doesn't have to be this hard. It doesn't. I feel like people really want to make it harder than it is, and it's not. So, okay. We have the Ace of Swords. Now, I'm not saying everybody has it easy. Nope. I'm just saying that, look, life is hard enough as it is. Every day has its own problems. You don't have to spend every day worrying about the next 5 days, the next 20 days. Child, every day is going to take care of itself when you connect it to the right energy. Okay? That's number 1. Number 2, life is going to life. As adults, we need to adult. We don't need to take on anybody else's burdens. We don't need to try to put our burdens on anybody else. Everybody handle your own stuff. That's what I mean. Life is simple like that. Not simple like there won't ever be a Ten of Wands. There won't ever be somebody trying to knock you down. Not like that. That's always going to happen. There's nothing new under the sun, y'all. Okay? That's what the elders would tell you. And that's a fact. My daddy told me that when I was a little girl. And as an adult, even as a little girl, I understood it. And I get it now. Okay? Especially now. It's nothing new under the sun. The things that you see people do before, they still doing. The things that happened before we were even thought of and came into existence is going to be happening when we long gone. You understand what I'm saying to you? Like, it's nothing new under the sun. But this person realizes that there's some sort of infinite connection between the two of you, that despite however much time may pass, that's very specific for someone, or despite whatever they're going through, despite however they're made to feel, you're made to feel, the love never goes anywhere. And this is something they know and see clearly. We have the Queen of Wands. So yeah, some of you definitely have some Leo or some fire somewhere on your chart. You're very brave. You're very spicy. You're very edgy. You stand up for yourself. You don't back down from nothing. You get a lot of attention. Okay, you're magnetic. You get whatever it is that you want. So if you don't have it, it's probably because you don't want it. Okay, that type thing. 5 of Swords. And there's always somebody around you trying to take something from you. Your energy. More than likely that. People try to take your energy all the time. They try to do things to steal energy from you. So be mindful of that. All right. Hear no evil, see no evil, speak no evil. You got people out here that are really false prophets, false teachers, giving wrong information. All right. And they're doing so out of spite, out of jealousy, out of envy. So be mindful who you're listening to. Okay. People don't have intimate relationship with source. You shouldn't even want to listen to them. Okay. I'm sorry. You don't even. Some people know that there's a God, but don't know God. And some people know of God and don't have an intimate relationship with God. So just be mindful of who you're listening to. Okay. And that keeps coming to my spirit, and it's coming for a reason. We have the Emperor. All right. It's coming to my spirit. Yes, because of what I be seeing when I be scrolling. And it's also coming to my spirit so heavy right now because of what we're seeing. Somebody always trying to stand in the way of the twins coming together. Okay. The Emperor, the Empress. Does it seem like what they're doing is working? Oh, okay. Right. It's not. We have the Moon, and people think that, you know, they're so low, they're so slick. You know, whatever they're doing in the dark, nobody's going to know. Everything done in the dark is going to come to the light. Everything. The night has a certain amount of hours. The day has a certain amount of hours. All right. You can do whatever you want at night, but just know that the day will come again. The morning will come again. The sun will rise again. So when that happens, what about the stuff you was doing in the dark? Not to mention, this is masculine energy, feminine energy. Again, does it seem like what whoever is doing is working? It's not. Okay. So putting these burdens on masculine, trying to make them feel bad for being happy. You know, putting burdens on you, trying to make you feel bad for being happy. And I feel like a lot of you already know, like you peep game that people try to steal your energy. Okay? Like I always tell you guys, 1212 on the timestamp. You see how her ankles are crossed and her arms are crossed? That's one way to keep your energy to yourself. Who has to, you know, why? Why do they need some of your energy? If they was connected to source, they would have good energy. You saw the Page of Swords, right? And here's the Queen of Wands. People are fascinated by you. They like to watch you, but they also envy you a lot. Your person just finds you to be really, really attractive. And they want to be someone that you could depend on, someone that you can trust, someone that you can turn to no matter what. Ace of Cups, they want to make this love offer to you. They don't care who feels what way about it. And what I always tell you guys, when you find your person, you're not worried about how everybody else is going to feel about nothing, really. You know, you just more so concerned about, is your person happy? Are they well? Are they healthy? Are they okay? All right. And more than likely, these are people from your past, people from their past that wanted an opportunity with you, didn't get one, or had an opportunity with you or them and messed it up. Okay. 2 of Pentacles, Queen of Pentacles. Yeah. So far, the two of you are a match. You're dependable, reliable. Okay. You got it going on. Very attractive, very alluring, magnetic, people pleaser. Not people pleaser, crowd pleaser. Some of you might be people pleasers. That came out for a reason. You might need to check that. Okay, you might need to check that, beloved, because everything I say is for a reason. So if I said people pleaser, please, 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 don't be out here trying to please every darn body, child. Okay, you can't do it. Maybe you were. Maybe you're a former people pleaser. Maybe that's why her ankles and her arms are folded. You cannot please everybody, feminine. That's going to wear you out. So if this is you, beloved, then that makes so much sense. If this is them, then that makes so much sense. You cannot please and satisfy everybody all the time. And I just have to pause there because it came out for a reason. So somebody is clearly trying to people please, okay? Whether it's your person or whether it's you, whoever, it's more than likely your person. But it came out when I was talking about you. So it must be a reason, beloved. Okay, maybe you were a former people pleaser. And so you can help your person overcome that, you know? Like you were so busy trying to satisfy and please your family or satisfy and please your friends or satisfy and please everybody, ultimately for people to try to knock you down and stop you. So you know what that feels like. Okay, you were trying to satisfy all of them just to feel like nobody cares in the end, you know? And you're masculine, carrying these wands, feeling stuck, feeling like, well, I have to be brave. They are in that energy right now. So I said it for a reason. I don't doubt that, you know? And I feel like with the Six of Swords, you had to get away from that. You had to come away from people pleasing. All right. That's what I'm saying. Is that the devil? No, that's the death card. So there's been a definite rebirth. Some of you started that way. Okay. You can't please everybody, beloved. All right. So I'm hoping that that's the energy that you broke out of. It looks like it to me. And maybe your person is still in that energy. Okay. But people pleasing is no good, beloved. Okay. It's like if you were aiming to manifest and you felt your manifestations were some point distorted or disrupted or anything like that, it could have been because of karmics. If that's how they're feeling right now, it's definitely because of karmics, because everybody's putting their wear and tear on them. How can you be your best self if this is what you look like? So be mindful of that people pleasing. Like I said it for a reason. Y'all know how I feel about that. Everything is an omen. Yep. And the Ace of Swords is here. This is the sword of truth. So if I said it, it must be the truth. Okay. Not going to resonate with everybody. Take what resonates with you. Leave the rest. But somebody had to get out of that energy of people pleasing. And now you're helping your person do the same thing. Now, it doesn't mean that you don't have to give a F at all about nobody. That's not what it means. But it does mean that, hey, I deserve to be happy. And if what me being happy with doesn't make you happy, not a me problem. Not a me problem at all, you know, or making certain decisions specifically because you don't want to make people mad. Child, let them be mad. No, who cares? You know, walking on eggshells, tiptoeing, doing all that. Anytime you operate in your full power, people feel like, well, I didn't mean it, and I didn't live, and I didn't. They try to make you be small like this because they're bothered by your light. Stop doing it. Okay, that's what I take from that. Yeah, 8 of Cups. So this is not you. This is your person. You've already walked away from that and found your 9 of Cups. They have to do the same thing. 8 of Cups is when we realize, hey, something's missing. Now, notice I said, you know, if you want to get out of that distortion, because trying to please people all the time. What's right before the 8? The 7. The 7 of Cups represents chaos, confusion, distortion. Okay, being all over the place. Why are we all over the place? Because we're not able to make our own decisions. We allow everybody to confuse us with their opinions and how they feel and what they want for us and what they think is best for us. But how would they know? They're not us. You understand? So the 8 of Cups, emotional withdrawal and detachment, going on a spiritual quest to find your happiness because something's missing. And nobody should feel incomplete. You should go and find the things that make you as an individual feel whole. Okay, so again, back to the arms being folded and the ankles being crossed. I feel like you've gotten out of that people-pleasing energy. Now your person is doing the same thing. Okay, ain't none of that going on around here, you know. Yeah, the moon. See, it's because people feel like what they're doing is never going to come to the light, and that's not true. You see? Oh, okay, okay, okay. All right, all right. 2 of Cups, because blue, sometimes I swear when spirit, look, I've been doing this for a minute, y'all, and I still get chills and I still get flabbergasted, okay? Still. All right, be mindful of whose food and drinks you're eating. Your person needs to also be mindful of whose food and drinks they're eating. Be mindful of whose house you're eating at. No, you will not be at the cookout. No, you will not be at the family reunion. You know, I mean, if you want to go, go, but make sure you be mindful of what you're eating. We have the 4 of Wands, and the Empress. This person wants to be in union with their divine counterpart. They love the way that your heart works. They love how you're able to assist them with things that they feel like they don't know what to do about, you know? Like this person has come to you and revealed some true things to you here about some of their burdens and their hardships, and you've been able to help them navigate those things. They have so much respect and admiration for you, you know? People please and lead you here. So this person wants to get away from that. You know, they feel like you've gotten away from that. You've escaped the matrix. You've gotten out of trying to satisfy your karmic family, your karmic friends. You know, you've stood your ground, or you're standing your ground against these people. Okay, against these energies. And again, a lot of the attack that comes your way, you know nothing about because spirit is protecting you in advance. So this person is going to realize that when they're no longer around the wrong energy, okay, that things are going to take off for them and go the right way. Ace of Cups. Ace of Cups is spiritual guidance here. All right, it's like the Holy Spirit energy. This person is going to message you and make a love offer. The Fool. Okay, so They're going to message you. I feel like the message is prayerfully not just going to be a message, child. Can turn into a phone call. You know, this is good news being received. Turns into let's spend time together. You spend time together. Person wants to have this brand new beginning in love with you. That's what I'm seeing. You know, they feel like the two of you are a match in every way. And they really want to work on this relationship. You got the King and Queen of Pentacles here. Okay. I feel like the two of you are a match. And they want to work on this relationship. They want to see where it can go. They don't want to allow karmics to keep them in a certain loop, okay? Child, I said people pleasing. I meant to say crowd pleasing, so that must mean something, you know? So you got out of that energy, and now your person has to also get out of that energy. Can't please everybody. We have bitterness. Yeah, see, they got to that place where they started becoming real bitter. Look at this person's face, okay? And it could have been because of the energy that was put into them from the people around them. Possibilities return. Okay. Child. Yeah, no wonder. They're like so attracted to you, so drawn to you, ready to get away from all that other energy. No wonder. Okay. Yeah, soulmates. Deep love, unity, connection. Okay. They were in this energy of being real bitter, becoming angry, becoming an angry person. And it was because they weren't living for them. They were living to please and satisfy everybody else. Okay, we have foundation, established family security. Okay, so yeah, they feel like you're rooted in the right energy. So they want to build something with you. Again, that came out over the sun. You're rooted in the sun. The soulmate's energy came out over the Nine of Cups. They feel like you're their soulmate. You're their heart's desires and wish fulfillment. Again, they may not know what a twin flame is, but they know what a soulmate is. All right, we have lusting, forbidden, non-committal sexual energy. You get a lot of attention, and all the attention you get is not always good attention. You have people back here, like I said, it's somebody from the past that maybe was just lusting over you, doesn't really want much, okay? They realize they have some sort of feelings for you, but still won't commit. So that's not even worth your time, your energy, your second thought, okay? Page of Wands, child. All right, we have beginnings, exactly. New direction, try again, start over. So like I said, this person wants a new beginning with you here. Like the two of you are a match in every which way. They feel like they are, you know, your soulmate. Emotional storm, turmoil, unstable, affected. Yeah, this person feels like if they're not going to get what they would like with you, which is this commitment, it could really mess them up. Okay, now that might sound like a lot of pressure, but it's not intended to sound that way. I just heard how it sounds, you know, but that's how they feel because nobody else has made them feel like this, right? Now, you don't have to be with this person. You can say, oh, Blue, all of that is so sweet. It's so nice. And still not want to be with the person in the way they want to be with you. And that's okay. You don't have to be. But just know that this person feels like this is a healthy connection. You've helped them evolve. You've helped them grow. We have nourish. It says self-growth, self-focus, soul-finding. Again, with that Eight of Cups and Breast, that's going on a spiritual quest to find one's soul, to find oneself when you feel like something is missing. Well, they found it. Okay, they have found it. They feel like you are what was missing. Like they found something within themselves after having connected with you. And they don't feel like, you know, it's going to leave or fade away if you decide you don't want to deal with them, but they are going to be in a dark space for a while because they're going to feel like they surrounded back with the same energies, you know, and that's not for you to feel pressured at all. You don't have to. Okay, we have resistance, secret admirer, suppressing, and timid. So the reason they suppressed all their feelings and emotions because they didn't think nothing could come of it. I have all this responsibility. All these people put all their burdens on me. How could I possibly be happy? How could I make any time to be happy? What? Yeah, we have boundaries. They got to learn how to draw the line, how to say no with people, how to say enough is enough, you know. This is your stuff, not my stuff. Like I said, all that people pleasing, it has to end. We said it for a reason. And I feel like it's going to come as a shock to some people. It really is. All right, it's going to come as a shock to these people. They're going to be going through it. Okay, they're going to be like, why are you so withdrawn? Why are you acting like this? Why are you being like this? It's not about them acting like or being like anything. It's about them needing to do what's best for themselves. And for this being the first time they ever did it, people are going to be shocked and surprised. And they're going, you know, oh, that's that girl's fault. That's that guy's fault. You know how that goes. No, it's not. All right, we have obscurity, secrets, mysteries, and concealing. This person may be someone that's extremely, extremely private. Extremely private. Okay, and they might have a low-key obsession with you. You just don't know it. Okay, they feel like that because you feel so good to their spirit, and they've actually seen growth. Like whenever the two of you are connected, they grow. All right, for those of you who connect and then disconnect because of whatever they be going through, and you don't want that energy to affect you, whenever the two of you are in connection, again, whenever you're communicating, they grow. They feel like whenever there's a pause, there's always something going on in their world. All right, we have beauty, charming, graceful, kind-hearted. They feel like you're extremely beautiful inside and out. Okay, I wouldn't necessarily trust the charming part, but perhaps you can be pretty charming. You're graceful, extremely kind-hearted. Okay, and they are constantly longing for you. Okay, wanting more, wanting, you know, again, to build a foundation with you. Okay, they're tired of being surrounded by distortion and confusion and illusion. They're over that already. Okay, this person wants something real. They've been wanting something real and they feel like they found it. Okay, memories, reminiscing, dwelling, bittersweet. So yeah, this could be people from their past, people from your past. You know, they got karmic family and friends that are giving them all sorts of advice and, again, putting their problems on them and just so much that this person is just ready to break away from all of that. Yeah, they want intimacy. They want true intimacy. They feel like they can confide in you about any and everything. It more than likely goes both ways. There's this bond between the two of you that grows stronger over time. You're fully tapped into your sensual energies and they find that to be very attractive. Okay. They feel like people in the past have worn a mask and have pretended to be certain things or have exaggerated about who they are. But to come up close and personal with someone like you and see like, wow, you really are who you say you are. You know, love really can be good. It can feel good. It doesn't have to be bad, you know. It's new for them. Yeah, divine masculine. So this is why they like, I want to make this love offer to this person. And again, with the Ace of Cups representing the Holy Spirit, I feel like this is guided by the divine. That's how they feel. I feel like I'm being guided to you by the divine. I feel like you were guided to me by the divine. That's what they feel. All right. And then you have people, again, Ten of Swords, that just have such a negative mind. This person could have been expressing how they feel about the relationship and the chemistry that they have with you and how deeply they feel for you, right? And people were just coming with the negative energy. We got hex, witchcraft, negative mind. Terrible. Terrible. So this is what they're trying to break away from. You know, it's like they've been surrounded by such low vibrational energies for so long that it affected them for so long. And now they're over it already. All right. Let's get a little bit more here. Yeah, see, I said, what is this bitterness about, right? Resentment, anger, hurtful words, influences. What did I just say? Attachments, third parties, peers, the people around them. Okay, this person was hoping that one day they could have a true commitment with somebody, and it's here. They had hope, they had faith, and people with the negative mind, the hexing and all that was trying to poison their brain, poison how they feel about relationships and connections. Then you come along and it's like, see, I knew it. I knew that somebody was out there for me. That's how they feel. Marriage, promises, fidelity, expecting faith and manifesting. But this bitterness was because of these influences. Okay, again, family, friends, karmic individuals. Okay, karmic individuals. Child. This person is hoping and praying that when they come to you and they say this is what they want with you, that you are on board. They feel like they are your soulmate. This is your divine masculine. That's why it's showing up like this. They are on board. All right. So let us see. We have spying. Okay. So there could be somebody that they know that's spying on you. Okay. In the event that there was ever a separation or a pause between the two of you, they could have started spying on you via social media or different things like that. Now they want to apologize because it's like, look, I was spying on you, but I was spying on you because I thought you was running away from me. And that's for those of you who picked up on all this other energy. Or the fact that your person was still in a people-pleasing energy. You like, child, I broke free of people-pleasing years ago. We're not about to get me stuck back in that cycle. You know, take it as it applies. Oh, yeah, let me look into this as well. 1 second. Like I said, they just not telling you how deeply they feel. They're always thinking about you. You're always on their mind. Okay, remember I said they could be a very private person. They could feel like they're low-key obsessed and don't want to tell you. Okay, chemistry came out for that card. Attraction, spark, passion, missing you, craving, desiring, chasing thrills, excitement, good time. You know, maybe they don't want to tell you how often they think about you because they don't want you to assume that they're lusting after you like everybody else does. Remember the Queen of Wands, she gets a lot of attention. Okay, when I say a lot, I mean a lot. Everybody wants to, everybody. So it's like, what makes this so different? You want me and then, you know what I mean? You like me and then, because so many people like me, so many people want me, so many people like the idea of wanting me. You know what I mean? That type of thing. How do I know that this is different? Okay. How do I know this is real? So yeah, intention. Set clear and focused intentions. We have believe. Have faith in your power to create your reality. Okay, remember that faith that they had. They're seeing that it's real. Gratitude. Practice gratitude daily to attract more blessings. Correct. Keep an undying attitude of gratitude. Do more thanking than you do complaining. Like, thank spirit for everything you have. Express that gratitude, you know. Try to minimize or eliminate complaining as much as possible. Excuse me. Easier said than done because we're human. Having a human experience. All right. So again, with that 10 of Wands, things will happen. Life will life. And you will be tempted to complain. And as soon as you catch yourself doing it, reel it back. Okay. Detachment. Let go of attachment to outcomes. All right. Que sera, sera. Whatever will be, honey. Whatever is meant to be according to God's will always be. If it's not in God's will, it won't happen. It doesn't matter what you want, how you feel, what you think. Doesn't matter. We have synchronicity. Okay. Notice and trust meaningful coincidences. So again, I feel like if it's meant to be, it will. All right. Serenity. Find serenity within your mind and heart. All right. You give this person a lot of peace of mind. Again, you bring a lot of positive energy in. You've already found yourself. You discovered yourself. You know what it is that you want in life. You don't do the whole people pleasing thing no more. You know, you are connected to source. You stay grounded in the right energies, such as gratitude, such as serenity. Okay. And therefore you attract the life that you want to yourself. You plant the right seeds and you see things sprout up the right way. All right. So as long as you continue to be an upright person and do the right thing, you will continue to manifest the blessings that spirit has for you. Don't let anybody stand in your way. And again, be mindful of who you're listening to. All right. So those are the messages that I have here for you at the time. I pray that this helps you. I know it will. If this was your reading or you enjoyed it, give it a thumbs up. And if you have not already, go ahead and subscribe. Peace and haggries.